Hi there, CJ Math students, and welcome to Homework 1.4, Place Value, Ordering, and Estimating Rational Numbers. There's no calculators tonight, but you should have this reference sheet right next to you. It's very helpful. It has all the place value that you'll need. So the instructions for the first puzzle. Do each exercise, find your answer in the set of numbers to the right. Write the letter of the exercise in each box containing the number. So just pretty much like what we did in class today. I will do I for you. Or 2 from I, excuse me. So give the value of 4 in each number. So here we have the value of 4. 4, and obviously that's in the tenths place. So 17 is E. So that's the tenths place. You go down to the bottom, you find 17, and you put an E. Read this with me right now. The riddle will let you know if you have the right answer. If it doesn't make sense, go back over, check your answers. That's an example of committed to doing justice and being open to growth. Right? So if you have gibberish on the bottom, it will not make sense. D, again, the value of 4. This is in the hundredths spot. So that's 28, and that's D right there. Yes, I want you to put equals the letter. So go down here. And sorry, that's number 28. You have D right at the end there. Right? Let's go down to another one. It says give the value of, so I'm going to leave those 2 for you. Give the value of the digit 6 in each number. So A, we have our tenths, our hundredths, our thousandths, and our 10,000ths. So that's 19. So A is right there. A. And then the next one, give the value of 6. So right here, our tenths, our hundredths, our thousandths, our 10,000ths, our 100,000ths. That's O. So on number 6, we put O. All right, and now section 3, give the value of 9 in each number. So here we have our tenths, our hundredths, our thousandths. So 9 thousandths is E. So go down on number 3 and put E. And here are 9. If this is the tenths and this is the decimal, we know that's the ones. So on 22, put an O. Good. And now section 4 says write the decimal. So it says 6 and 29 hundredths. Remember, and is a decimal. So we say 6.29 hundredths. It's the tenths, that's the hundredths. We're good to go. So that's a O for number 1. And I'll do N, 62 and 9 thousandths. 62 decimal and 9 thousandths. 0 for the tenths, 0 for the hundredths, 9 for the thousandths. That's 11. So on N we put, on 11, sorry, we put N. All right. Write the decimal. We have 4 and 38 thousandths. 4.038. Why does this make sense? Because the 0 is in the 10th spot, and the 38, excuse me, the 38th in the thousand spot. The 8 is in the thousand spot. If we did this, 4.0038, then we have 3 in the thousandths and 8 in the 10,000ths. We want 38 thousandths, and that's exactly what we have. So that's 16. That's B right there. So on 16 we put B, and then I'll do 1 in here. 7 and 1,500 thousandths. So 7.15 thousandths. So I'm going to put a 0 in the 10th spot, a 0 in the 100th spot, and a 0 in the thousandth spot, and now I will write the 15 in the 10,000 spot. That's where it starts, and it ends actually in the 100,000 spot. So that is H on 25. All right, the rest you're going to do, and let's flip over to the back side for the second puzzle. All right, so this one actually does have the riddle on it. George Washington, Abraham Lincoln, and Christopher Columbus have in common. So basically you're going to do each exercise, find your answer in the answer column, directly under it, write the letter of the answer in the box, containing the number of the exercise. If it has a dark shaded in, it means it's a space. All right. So it says round to the nearest tenth. So for the 10th spot, we're going to go through here and underline all the 10th spots. Right there, right there, right there, right there. This is what we're rounding to on all of our numbers. And we're going to circle the number we're looking at, which is always the number behind the value we want to round to. Okay, so in this case, remember it's 5 or more, you're going to let it soar or round up. And then 4 or less, you're going to let it rest or stay the same, round down. Okay, please write that at the top of your paper. So this is a 3, so we stay the same. So we'll draw an arrow like this, and it just becomes 6.4. Right? This is 17.19. The 9, we're going to round up. So that becomes 17.2. The 1 goes up to 2. So if you have a horizontal line, you're saying, hey, it stays the same. If you have a vertical line, you're meaning you're rounding that 10th spot up. So 3.751, rounding up, obviously, because that's a 5 or more. Right? So we're going to say 3.8. Don't worry about adding all the rest of the decimals, like zeros at the end there. A 0, obviously, we stay the same with that because it's 4 or less, so we just say 0.5 or 0.5, excuse me. 6.6, we let it soar. So that's not 6 anymore, we let it soar, so it's 6.7. So let's look down here. We have number 1, we had 6.4. So on number 1, we're going to put in E. So that's number 1, E. On number 2, we had 17.2. That was for number 2. Put H. Number 3, we had 3.8. We're going to fill that in with a dark circle when we see number 3. So we'll just say, shade this in. This will be a space. On number 4, we had 0.5. So that's number 4. And we want to put an E on number 4. And number 5, we had 6.7. So that's number 5, 6.7. We want to put a T on 5. All right? Well, I'll leave those for you. For here, round to the nearest hundredth. Again, go through all your numbers and underline the hundredth spot. That's the second digit after the decimal. So we've done that now. And then circle the number behind the digit that you want to round to, because that's going to tell you to either round up or stay the same. All right, so for 3, we're going to obviously stay the same. So it's just going to be 8.33. For 0.6551, we're going to go round up. So it's 0.66 now. For 24.790, we obviously just stay the same. Again, what tells me if I stay the same or round up? If it's 5 or more, I round up. 4 or less, stay the same, right? So 0 is obviously 4 or less, right? So we have 24.79. And remember, it's the underlined digit that we're either rounding up or down. And then 3.85, so we round up, so it's 3.8, not 4 anymore, rounded up to 5. And 0.609, so 9 is a round up, so it's 0.6, not 0 anymore, but 1, right? So on number 11, we had 8.33. That's number 11, we put our R on 11. On 12, we had 0.66. So an L on 12, 24.79, that was for 13, so an O on 13, 3.85, that was number 14, so number 14 we're going to shade in, and number 15, 0.61, so on 15 we put an A, all right? And this one is round to the nearest whole dollar amount. So whole dollar amount would be the first number in the 1 spot. So I'm going to underline all those. The 1 spot. And then obviously I'm circling the number in the 10th spot. So that will either tell me to round up to the next dollar or stay the same. All right. One of these is super tricky, so I'm going to do this one. So $99.909. So this is obviously a round up. So when I round up, I can't round 9 up again. It rounds up to 100. All right. And number 30, 99.099. This obviously stays the same, so it just stays at 99. right? So I just did 29 and 30, so 29 is 100. That's doesn't look like it's even on here. Sorry, it's right here. So this is 29, so on 29 I put an H, and 30 was 99. This is number 30, and on 30 I put an L. So the rest are all yours. Please show work just like I did with the up arrow to round up, or the sideways arrow, horizontal arrow to stay the same, and write the number that you rounded it to, and then in the bottom make sure you write equals the number of the answer up top. So if you get anything wrong in the bottom, you can go refer to it, right? Call me if you have questions. Again, if you get a gibberish riddle, that means you need to go back, show committed to doing justice, erase, and try again.